And I want to talk about your track actually that you've got called Ignorance Ha, which is a great track. And it samples a Polish MP, right? Can you tell me about what the MP is saying and the message of that song and what you want the world to take from that track?
So this track actually has quite a long story, because at first it was created right after this outburst of violence in Białystok Pride. It's one of the most eastern, bigger cities in Poland, and it always had a bit of a reputation for being homophobic. And then they did like a second Białystok Pride, and the right-wing hooligans made a huge mess out of it and started attacking people. People got injured, people got like thrown rocks at them and bottles. So it was like a really heartbreaking thing to watch. And like I put all of my emotions after that into this track. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but lots of my friends got hurt or scared or traumatized. So it was like a big, spur of the moment thing. So it's like a pretty aggressive track, I guess. And at first, it had a different quote in it. It had, we released it on the Total Solidarity compilation that we released with Oramix to raise funds for smaller LGBT organizations in smaller cities in Poland. And back then it contained a quote from Krystyna Pawłowicz, who is like a notorious right-wing politician who was saying that homosexual relations aren't productive and they're pretty much not needed in our society, which was, hard to listen to, like hard enough to listen to. But I had no idea that a couple of years later I would get sound bites like the one that's actually in the finished version of the track, which is the Minister of Education, Mr. Czarnek, saying that these people are not normal people, and you can't call them normal, they're just an ideology, and let's stop this discussion and leave it at that.
God.
And it was a quote that was uttered by him on public TV, so like the whole country heard that. And it really drove me so mad to hear it, and to imagine that youngsters, like queer youngsters all over our country heard that, and as if there was not enough, people around them telling them that what they were going through was not normal, or that their sexual orientation or their gender identity was something terrible, or that they were, I don't know, mutants of some sort. And I was going through that when I was growing up as well. So I don't want anyone to go through that again. So I decided on that quote instead of the other one. And it's like a lot more vivid, I guess, and excruciating to hear.
It is, but you've kind of reworked it into something that can be empowering and used to fight that. And I think that's like the amazing beauty of art and dance music, right?
I really wanted to, like, the bass at the end of the quote to completely drown out his words and like to completely cancel them and put like this ballroom beat forward for everyone to, to march to when we're fighting for our rights. Yeah. And I'm so glad that people took it as their like audio flag, so to say, and used it in protest and used it in these amazing like performance videos and it's so humbling.
Yeah, it's powerful. Have you played that track out and got a reaction from it?
It's a really funny thing as well, because it came out in October, so back then we were already on lockdown, and I played my first like small outdoor gig only 2 weeks ago. And when I played this track, a girl came up to me and she was like, I've been waiting for like 2 hours for you to play something out of your EP, because this music helped me through so much pain, and and helped me believe in myself. And I was like, oh my God, You're gonna make me cry during my DJ set, And she asked me to play more tracks from the EP, and it was like my first time that anyone's ever asked about my original music during my DJ set. So it was like a completely full circle moment, and she actually made me cry.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, that's emotional stuff, like knowing that your art is like, it's helping people, and people need to hear that. And like, how does that make you feel, that it's more than just DJing, isn't it? It's literally like helping change the world for the better.
I mean, I don't really see it that way. It's pretty much therapy for me, to be honest.
It's therapy for other people. Clearly, it's, if you're suffering in your own country and you feel like you have no one to turn to, you feel scared for your life, and you hear an Avomat tune that is going to just turn that on its head and make you feel empowered. That is powerful.